Hey guys, sorry for that part. Sorry guys. Hey guys, welcome to another video for hard copy. And this video we're going over the week 3 of the hard copies. So the most important part is I want you guys to do the assessment, okay? So since there's no activities, please do submit the assessment worksheet. So let's start with, so for the activity 1 is just going to be, what do you call it? Review from week 1 and week 2. So try it on yourself, and then and then the answer should be right here in the very bottom, so you can flip your papers or you can flip your computer screen. Anyway, try this on your own and see how well you're doing for week 1 and week 2. For week activity 2 is what we're basically doing. This is adding and subtracting integers with a adding subtracting integers. So again, activity 2 on the worksheet is not really helpful, it's not really insightful as I would like. So here's the video, or here's a PowerPoint on subtracting integers. So think of balloons and weights, okay? Think of balloons as positive numbers and the weights as negative numbers. So the more balloons you put, the higher it goes up, right? And when you put weights, it goes down. That's pretty self-explanatory. Now, imagine subtracting a positive number. When you subtract a positive number, it's like you take away a balloon from the basket. Okay? So, when you take out a balloon, what happens to the basket? It gets pulled down. It goes negative. Okay? So, an example for this one is 7 minus 3. 7 minus 3 is 4. As you can see, it went down. Now, let's think of another situation. Adding a negative number. When we add a negative number, it's similar to adding weights. When you put more negative, the more weights you put, right? Even if the amount of balloons stays the same, if you put weights, more weights, the items goes down. So an example for this one is 7 plus negative 3. 7 plus negative 3 is 4, because this is again case 2, and case 2 says that if we have different sides, we're going to subtract. 7 minus 3 is 4, and then we're going to use the sign of the bigger number. Which one's the bigger number? 7 or 3? 7. And which is a positive, so your final answer should be also positive. Now, hey, that looks similar. 7 plus 7 minus 3 and 7 plus negative 3. They're both equal to 4. What gives? Well, when you think about it, subtracting a number is basically the same as adding its opposite. So what does that mean? 7 minus 3 is the same as 7 plus negative 3. So it's basically the same as, when you subtract a number, is basically the same as adding its opposite. So we're adding the opposite of 3. Instead of subtracting, we can add. That's basically it. So here's the subtraction rule. To subtract an integer, we add its opposite. How do we do that? So first step is we change minus to plus, and then change the right side number to its opposite. So again, this is your left and this is your right. If the number is to the right, that's what we're going to change to the opposite. What is opposite? Opposite is basically same number but different sign. So let's say we have negative 7. What's the opposite of negative 7? Positive 7. How about negative or positive 3? What's the opposite of positive 3? Or just what's the opposite of 3? It's negative 3. Hopefully you get this point. You add its opposite. So change minus to plus and change the right side number to its opposite. So here's the tip. Okay? We never change in a 1-to-1 ratio. Either we change one sign and it becomes two signs, or two signs becomes one sign. Now you might be confused. What does this tip mean? Well, let's have an example. Let's say we have negative 7 minus 5. So negative 7 stays the same, minus becomes plus, and 5 becomes the opposite, which is negative 5. As you can see, let me use a highlighter. As you can see, one sign becomes two different signs. One sign becomes two signs. Okay? One is numbered, and then let's go back. 7, negative 7 plus negative 5. This is addition rule. Case 2. Case 2? Case 1. Case 1 says same signs we add. 7 plus 5 is 12. So the negative 7 plus negative 5 is negative 12. How about negative 5 minus negative 2? Negative 5 stays the same, minus becomes plus, and negative 2 becomes 2. Here's the thing again. Two signs becomes one sign. Okay? Two signs, negative and a minus, a minus and a negative, becomes one sign. Okay? Hopefully you're starting to get it. When you change, you either go from one sign to two signs, or two signs to one sign. That's when we're talking about the middle part, okay? Negative 5 plus 2, this is addition rule. We'll put add rule. Case 1 or case 2? Case 2. Different signs subtract. 5 minus 3 is 2. So, and which one's bigger? Negative 5 or which one's bigger? 5 or 2? 5. And what is the sign of 5? Negative. So your final answer is negative 5, 2. There's a reason why we did all of these things, okay? There's a reason why we did this. Because that's our number. Anyway, let's move on to another one. 11 minus 19. 11 stays the same, minus becomes plus, 19 becomes negative 19. Wow, look, one sign becomes two different signs. Now let's add. Case 2. 19 minus 11 should give you guys 8. So 11 plus negative 19 is negative 8. Why is negative again? Because 19 is bigger than 11 and 19 is negative. Okay, here's the thing. I'll put it here. Why negative 19 is bigger than 11 and 19 is negative. Okay, now moving on, we have negative 12 minus 4. Negative 12 stays as is, minus becomes plus, and 4 becomes negative 4. This is add rule, case 2 or 1, or 1 or case 1 or 2. Case 1. Same signs add and keep, different signs subtract. Merly, 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 side. Same signs add and keep, different signs subtract. Keep the sign of the larger number, and you know you'll be exact. That's that's the that's how I remember the rule. You sing it on song. The 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 ring. I don't know. Mary had no. That's not it. Freak. Sings. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. That is that a dream. I think that's how it goes. But instead of row, row your boat, you say same sign, add and keep, different signs subtract. Keep the sign of the larger number and you'll be exact. Addition rule, case 1, same signs, add and keep. So we add 12 plus 4, which is 16. So your final answer is same signs, add and keep. Keep the keep keep the same sign, keep the common sign of 12 and 4, which is negative. So your final answer is negative 16. Now we have 17 minus negative 14. So we change. 17 minus becomes plus, and negative 14 becomes 14, regular 14. Now we add. Here we don't need to do special rules. This is both positive numbers. Okay, guys? Positive numbers, no special rules. You guys already know how to do this ever since kindergarten. You add. So this will give you guys 31. And that's it. Let's do some practice. What's 2 minus 7? Pause the video. Here. Hopefully you guys pause the video. Let's try this together. This is 2 plus negative 7. Case, we'll put AR, addition rule. Case 2. 7 minus 2 is 5. So your final answer is, and 7 is bigger than 2. Negative 5. How about this? Pause the video. Okay guys, let's hopefully you unpause the video. Let's try minus negative 7 minus 4. My bad, not minus 7. What the heck I'm thinking. Anyway, let's change. Negative 7 stays as is. Minus becomes plus, and 4 is now negative 4. This is case AR, addition rule. Case 1. 7 plus 4 is 11, so your final answer is negative 11. Pause the video. 25 minus negative 14. Hopefully you unpause the video and let's try this together. 25 stays the same, minus becomes plus, and 14 is now regular 14. 25 plus 14 is 39. And then last but not the least, we have negative 9 minus negative 14. I want you guys to pause the video here. Do it on your own. Okay guys, hopefully you unpause the video and did negative 9 minus negative 14. Now let's try this together. Negative 9 stays the same, minus becomes plus, and negative 14 is now positive 14. Now this is addition rule, case 2. 14 minus 9 is 5. So, and since 14 is bigger than 9, our final answer is positive 5. Why positive? Because 14 is positive. The bigger number is the one that dictates your answer's sign. Okay? It's like the boss. And then let's go back to our PDF. Hopefully you have better understanding on how to add and subtract integers. I want you guys to do 1 to 9. So here, let's try this together. Negative 5 minus positive 4 is negative 1. How about 2? Negative 4 minus negative 4. So we have negative 4 plus 4, which is, hopefully you guys tried doing this, 0. Okay? Hopefully you guys tried doing 1 to 9 on your own and the answer is already here. Just flip the papers, try it on your own, see how well you're doing. You guys don't need to do 10 and 11. Here's another one, activity 3. And this is activity 4. This is what I want you guys to turn in for week 3. Let's try this together. Let's try. I'll do 1 and 2. This is like a freebie questions for you guys. So here we have where do we move from? Where do we move the arrow when we're subtracting a negative number? Think of the balloon. When you subtract a negative number, we're taking out a weight, right? We're taking the weights out of the basket. So the basket floats up. So it goes positive. So it goes this way, which is right. R. You can just put R. Here, we have where do we move the arrow when we're subtracting a positive number. Here we're taking out the balloon on the basket, right? The basket has a balloon and weights. Here we take out the balloons. What happens to the basket? It goes down. So it goes negative, which is left. And I want you guys to try 3 to 10 on your own, and you can either choose 11 or 12. Okay, so here's the hint for 12. You only need to focus on these two numbers. 20 is like just a trick question for you guys to mess up because, wow, three numbers, that's hard. But you're only just focusing on these two numbers, okay? And this one is even better. Two numbers. So let's think of 11 together. You borrow money from your sister, right? So now you owe $36. What what do I what what is owing money again? Is it positive numbers or negative numbers? Think to yourself on that. And then so and then you've also borrowed again from your sister $12. So let's say you bought like a bag or like I don't know $36. You you bought a sale like games like a video game that's on sale for $36, right? And you did that with your sister's money. And the next day there's a DLC. So you ask your sister for more money, and that is $12. How much do you owe your sister? And then that's what you put on your answers. Okay? So that's for 11. For 12, this is suppose the airplane is right here, right? That's the airplane. This is 250 feet. And then it went down. How many feet? 125. What is the location of the plane right now? That's the number 12. Anyway, you can either choose 11 or 12. It's up to you. Which I prefer you guys doing 11 because that's negative numbers. But it's really up to you. Hopefully you find this video helpful. If you do, don't forget to click like, hit that subscribe button. Just kidding, you don't need to. But I do appreciate the likes. Anyway, I'll see you again on another video for week 4. Goodbye.